Oh, see, encoder. Hello. Oh no, that's where I want it. It's fine, just was a startup. Dingamajigger. I should make one of those. Boop. Let's choose a color that's nicer. Sure. We got a different font. Let's pick something, I don't know, decent, random. Just pick that one. And that was pretty random. How about this one? That didn't change shit. Way to go, Brewer. Wow, I don't even know what was that supposed to be? It was supposed to be letters. That was rude. Alright, that'll work. That dog will hunt. I'll brighten that red up a little bit. Just touch. Just touch. Chef's kiss. Where do I get that? No idea. Made it up. Yeah, I did. That's what I do. Hi, Ruby. Bye, Ruby. Alright, so you can see I have 2 joysticks. So, I guess I'll put in a display. I'll just do this real quick ahead of the stream. Gotta love when it looks like that. Let's see here. Beauty. Beauty, beauty. This is my desktop. On my desktop, I have these 3 apps. This one's called HidHUD, or HidHide, H-I-D, H-I-D-E. Another one is called Configure VJoy. And then the third one's called the Joystick Gremlin. Joystick Gremlin, no the. I like the. So we're going to start with the HidHUD because it's the simplest explanation. So what HidHUD does is it takes, first off, itself, HidHUD, the Joystick Gremlin, and VJoy Setup, so those programs, and it effectively cloaks it from all the applications. So like when you're trying to set up your joystick and whatnot, you don't have all this extra gobbledygook getting into your way. At least that's how I understand it. Next up, then I go in, yes. So it's always going to ask if you want to configure. When did that start? Oh, because you know what? I already have one open. That's my fault. So that's the VJoy configuration. And so what I'm creating is a virtual joystick, a single input. Something that video games will most notably process the best is a single input. I don't know if X4 is updated to the point where you can actually use 2 joysticks. Maybe they have. Maybe they haven't. I have no idea. This is my favorite way to do it because it's simple. It's beautiful. So yeah. Basically, you're going to put in an X, Y, and Z axis because my joysticks go back, forth, up, down, and they do the little twisty thing. So they have 3 axes. Then I go RX, RY, and RZ because you have, it could be LX, LY, LZ, and RX, RY, you know, left, right. They just didn't put a label on the other ones. Also on my setup, R is on the left side, but we're not going to get into that. We also have a slider and dial / slider 2 because each of my joysticks has a slider. So my virtual one's going to have 2 sliders. 2. Yeah. And then for the POVs, they're continuous because they're not just the 4 digis. They're the hats that go all the way around. And each stick's got one. So I have 2. Each stick, despite what the programming says how each one has 13 buttons, I can't find the 13th button. Maybe it's because I'm a man. Most women will get that joke. And in reality, I know where the button is. But anyway, on the joysticks here, they don't actually have a 13th button. Yeah. I mean, they got a preset button and they got a mapping button, but I don't fuck with those because that just fucks shit up. So yeah, so I tell 24 buttons for the one joystick, right? Because each one has 12, 24. And then you apply, and that's your VJoy device 1. And you enable VJoy. Dook. Then you start up your joystick gremlin, and you'll see like, yeah, there's your 360, your T-Flight stick. See, each one's listed. And then there's your V. So you're not really assigning anything on your VJoy device 1, but it exists. Okay? So what you'll do is you go to your 1 stick and your X, Y, and Z axis. When you go X, right, for whichever's X. Let's say, in this case, it's the right side. Or, let's go with the alignment. Say it's your left side. So, you know, you set your X to VJoy. See how you hit. Anyway, you hit add, and then you get the VJoy device 1, is where this will reroute to, basically. And so there's your Z axis. That'll reroute to its Y axis. That'll reroute to its X axis. The slider on my left one is the Z rotation, because there's Z axis and Z rotation. Don't know why it's whatever. So that's your slider, right? And then you have your 12 buttons. Like I said, shows the 13th one. Good luck fucking finding it on these sticks. So you map buttons 1 through 12. You map hi-hat 1, or hat 1 is hat 1, right? 12, 11, 10, 9. So now you go to your right stick, and how did I do that anyway? So we have X-axis and X rotation. That's what XR stands for, not right side. Makes better sense. So, axis and rotation. R stands for right side. So then your Y rotation. So on this stick, right side. X axis, Z rotation. It's on this side. My second Z rotation, which will actually be called the dial, is my second slider on this guy. So if you're trying to set your own up and you got 2 T-Flight sticks, this will walk you right through it. And then buttons 1 through 12, you start at 13, get your way down to 24. All buttons are mapped. Hat is now hat 2. It's your right stick, right? Duke, Duke. And then, is it showing it very well? It's kind of small. But you'll see this little gamepad button. It's not just for the... So basically when you activate this, now the virtual joystick, VJoy, overrides my two controllers. So then, we go into tools here. You look in the input viewer. If you ever want, you just tell me I'm streaming. No shit. So there's your first set, right? There's my right stick, up, down. You can see how it's, there's my slider. And then you can see the hat there. You can see I'm hitting all the buttons. There's some buttons down here. Beauty. So you know the source. So if you're ever having a problem with the source, you can always use these tools to look at your source to make sure individually each stick is working. Right? Bevy. And then, let's make that a little bigger. Burp. When you go to the VJoy device, because it's active now, it should take in both the inputs. So there we go. There's that one. There's that one. And yeah, that is how you basically program two joysticks to work as one joystick. Oh, I did not just hit that button. Does this still work? Okay, it does. Yeah, okay. Well, I hit a mapping button accidentally. But yeah, so there we go. Now, this works actually, I have like Lumberjack Simulator, Gold Mining Simulator, out of ore. So we want to run an excavator. It's a great way to simulate how to run an excavator. And if one day you want to actually run one, it's good practice. It won't actually, you still need to run one. You still need to go through some training and whatever else. But it will help you immensely get over some certain issues that, you know, it's kind of bullshit to have to deal with someone watching you while you learn. Well, that's how I felt about it anyway. But yeah, so that's how you set up two joysticks. So now I'm going to take that display capture off. And I didn't quite get to the window capture. Come on. Here we go. Ha! I win. Do I? I think so. Did I win, lose, or draw? There's quite a delay there, so I'll find out in a second. This is kind of all loading up right now. Wow, that's quite a delay. Okay, I'm going to take a look at what's going on over there. I might have to do a display capture. I'll give it a second, I guess.
It is full of stars.
Oh, maybe I will have to do a display capture. Or did all my shit just freeze? Almost. I see what's going on. I know what I've done. Text should be down here. That's why. See if it shows up. Just want a second here to see if it shows up. Come on, delay. Man, that's quite the delay. Oh, not going to show it, are you? Alrighty, we're going to do a display capture then. And I will fiddle fuck with that on a different day. Weird. X4 window wants to be an issue. That's fine. That's why I got this. Okay. Did it seriously just shrink it? Oh, for... No. It did not just do that. It did just do that to me. Why are you doing that to me? Control F, motherfucker. What's going on here? What is going on? Now, does it go small again? Because it shouldn't. There we go. Yep. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So we got some general controls. Oh, let's go back here. Gamepad mode. Manage controllers and joysticks. Slot. Wait, what? Where's my... Oh, I'll bet you I know what's up. Or if I can just get it through doing this. Ooh, you want to expand all of a sudden, hey? Oh, I bet you I know. I changed the resolution of my desktop. That's why it shrunk in my screen. Devices. Weird. Maybe I got it backwards? Control the cloaking. Yeah, I was supposed to do that. Maybe I had it backwards. Uh-oh. I have to restart this. And applications. List here the applications. Hit HUD should allow to look through the cloak. Okay. Did I screw something up? pretty sure that was it. Right there. That should make it work. I didn't close this, did I? That would have been silly. No? Well, turn it off, turn it back on. Like most things in life. Yay! So far. So far, yay. Fingers crossed. Trying to think what I might have hit wrong. I was supposed to inverse the cloak. No. I don't think I do. Supposed to show just the V stick, V joystick.
It is full of stars.
Yeah, it is. What a non-statement. Okay, guys, what's the safest statement we can make? The universe is full of stars. Yeah? I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. It's supposed to just show me the... I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to see the T-Flight controllers. I'm pretty sure. Well, what if I went like this? Well, see, and I can see the controller though. So that doesn't make sense either. What if I did that? See if that screws shit up. Hey, maybe things have updated so I don't have to use a V controller, but cool. But I sort of mostly kind of doubt it. Filter out disconnected, gaming devices only, enable device hiding. Yeah, maybe I had to turn it off and back on. Man, that's getting to be an old statement. And then we got VJoy device 1. It's running. Active mode. If it doesn't work this time, I'm just gonna set it up through what I got. And we'll see if it works. That's new. What I just showed you is the only way I can make this work in the past, because if I try to use one stick, it would do all the controls for the second stick. That's what it used to do, which is why I had to do the V stick. Yeah. It's been a while. And I have a very big game library. It's like 250. Like, it's not. There's people out there. The game library is much larger than mine. Yeah, I think I got like 250 some odd games to pick from. Yeah. How much was that on the audio? I can't switch fast enough to catch it. That looked pretty red line. Oops. Alt tab. No, that's the wrong alt tab. Mouse is over here now.
It is full of stars.
Yes, it is. Thank you. This saving, it's a pain in the ass. I swear. Alright, let's see. Settings. Controls. Here we go. VJoy device. I just had it backwards. So apparently I select the two Thrustmaster joysticks, and the locks lock them out. And I guess you cannot lock out the Xbox controller for whatever reason. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, so this is the what I find the most ideal way to do it, because everything's very simplified, unified, single input. So that's what we're looking for right there. A few false starts. Apologies, folks. Now let's see if it still works. Yeah, okay. I get paranoid. Invert. Up, down. Inverted. Look up, down, inverted. Why? Because my brain is fucking broken. That's one of the dogs. Okay. Alright. Yeah? Oh, I see which one it is. Aww. Love you, buddy. That should help him dream better. Used to in the past, anyway. So, apologies. So, general controls. We got the VJoy device. Yeah, it highlights joystick. Boop. So, all of our joystick entries will be right here. left, right, and we're not going to enable adaptive. Actually, let's go back and make sure it's not enabled. Adaptive steering, good. Okay, general controls. So left and right, probably not. What's this one? Roll. Because I would like to make Z-axis roll on my right stick. So on my right stick now, when I turn, I roll my flyer. Sweet. Okay. To go left and right, I want my. Which one do I want as my strafe? Probably strafe with my left, like I do on a joystick or like on a gamepad. And look around to my right. Oops. Left, right, bro. Steer up, down. There we go. Now we're talking about that strafe left and right. Boop. Strafe up and down. There we go. Frickin' yeah. Throttle. Let's put it on a slider. Slider 1. Right stick's my throttle. Do I want that to be my throttle or do I want it to be on my left? Turning just... I want it on my left. We're going to change that. There we go. It's on my left stick. Invert throttle? What? No. I don't need to do that, do I? I'm not going to worry about the mouse steering axis. That's just irritating. The hell is invert throttle? Reverse? We'll find out. Steering digital. Not on the joystick. Nope. So don't have to worry about any of that. Now I'm confused. So what do you want for throttle? What's throttle then? Throttle and invert throttle must be to add. Okay, so let's just take that out. Boop. Because. Actually, yeah. So let's see how that works anyway. Accelerate and decelerate. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. On which stick? Which stick do you want to speed up and slow down on? I want that to be my guns. Again, we'll make it that one. Okay, so accelerate. It's going to be that button. And decelerate. It's going to be that button. Full forward. And if I need that button for something later, well, we know. And then I'm going to have stop engines. And then when I'm trying to match a target speed, there's an awkward little button on my left stick. Boost. That's going to be on my right stick. We don't have to worry about roll right or left because we're not doing it digitally. There will be no steer towards cursor. Toggle flight assist. What's flight assist? Yeah. What's toggle auto roll now? Fire primary weapons. It's gonna be the right trigger. Fire secondary weapons. It's gonna be the second trigger. Next primary weapon group. Okay, those are my match target speed. Stop engines is 21. And boost is 5. Let's just double check that I got the right ones here. Stop engines should be there. Boost. Huh? Full forward. Oh, yeah. Cancel. Okay, so the engines are on that side. Sweet. Next primary weapon group, boop, is going to be on the right side. Is it? Oh. Next ammunition. We'll hit that button. Deploy countermeasures. It's gonna be this little funny button on the side. I'm not gonna worry about weapon groups right now. Toggle travel mode. What do I want on this one? Is that one? Nope. Travel mode. Oh, that's a super fast range. Travel mode. Right there. Also, where is autopilot? I know what button I want to make it. That's why I'm just looking for it straight out. There's a lot of options here. Where is autopilot? There it is. Toggle autopilot. Duke. I want it to be that button. Okay, coming back here. Toggle scan mode. I'm going to use that button for scanning. And then long range scanning is right next to it. And then SATA is this like sped up mode. So I'm going to put that button in an awkward spot. Map. I can also put in a funny spot right here. And then multiverse map. Multiverse map? Let's leave that alone. I'm not sure what's trying. I wonder if it means just the big overall map. The galactical map. Multiverse to me kind of feels like different timelines. I don't know. That's a weird one. interact. Um, now I gotta use my brain. I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't be interacting with anything with the joystick. That's the gamepad's job. Object info, though, that's handy. So that can go right over here, right next to my autopilot. I will put that in also my awkward button spot because... Well, hold on, that's scan, that's extra long scan. What's with that? I'm not sure what. You know what? I'm gonna hit down on my POV or whatever. Hey, where's target object directly ahead of you? Okay. I don't know. Target object in the map. We'll see if the HUD works. Or the POV hat, whatever. Options menu. You guys go on and make me think. I hate that. There you go. Hey. I'm sure some of these I'll forget. VE goggles? You're shitting me. Did they finally... What's this about? I have to look that up. Did they finally get enough fucking shit about that? They finally fixed that? Oh, yes. Target closest hostile. Down on the D-pad. Oh, that's scan object? Then confirm. We're gonna have to go back up to scan object. And that's gonna be left on the D-pad. On the left one. Target object. Interact. Nope. Deselect target. Nope. We don't deselect. No. There we go. Up, down. Next target. To the right. That's deselect target. Oh, too bad. Confirm. Previous target. To the left. How is that my scan object? Did you only give me one hat? You did too. You're kidding me. Guys. No way. I put in 2 hats. Well, that was weird. Okay, hold on. Something's not tickety-boo here. Hold on. Scan object. Yeah. I'm going to remove that one. Next target. It's going to be up. Yeah. Previous target. It's going to be down. Now on that one, let's see if it works on the other side. No. They share it. Okay. I gotta think about this then. Yeah, so next target should be boop. Previous target should be boop. Confirm. Closest hostile. We're gonna go there. And freak out. Do 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 do. I know, my brain's not on all cylinders. Okay, that's left still. Right, up, down. So that's all my hat buttons. Dock. Oh. Don't think I have a button available for docking. Does that one work? No, can't use that one for because of object info. Well, it's more important than object info. Can you get me down to Sesame Street? I'm gonna go to hell for that. Container magnet. What's this one? Yeah, I don't really actually switch ammo. Everything else I just kind of select. Toggle chat window. Bloop, 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 bloop. I think that's basically her in a nutshell. Controller. Don't worry about that. Open radial menu and all that. I don't fly with my gamepad, so not a worry. Options. Yes, that's a good one to have. Interact is A. Perfect. Don't forget dog, but to get up from the chair. Give me my joystick. I get my gamepad. My bad. Whatever. Gonna make it Y. We'll delete open radial menu 2. Confirm. I don't really use radial menus, so I don't really have to. Oh, excuse me. So what's this one then? Toggle external view. Okay, where's my options menu? being crazy. What can I say? There we go. Got her all set up. It only took just about an hour. My bad, folks. Sometimes this stuff can be a little intimidating. So for walking controls, I'm not using the joystick. It's all controller. Crouch, we got jump, we got run, we got interact. That's all I need. Menu navigation, right? Well, in menu navigation, I actually typically use my mouse. There's some small stuff I might use. But yeah, so that's it. I'm going to save that custom profile. Custom 4. Because I don't know what the other ones are set up like. And that's something I'll check later. Okay, so we're going to start a new game.
After graduating from the Imperial Navy Academy with exceptional grades, you were given a choice to join the Navy as a regular starfighter pilot or become a free agent and bring order to the galaxy in other different ways that may not be directly associated with the Empire.
What's with the star? Initial difficulty hard. Well, to a degree, I find them all hard. Well, not really, but I find them all easy too. They got stars because they are okay.
You have not yet been formally accepted into the Alliance's armed forces due to various reasons, but you decided to join the fight anyway. Some old friends helped you to join the security training program, and now, after graduation, you have the right to own a starfighter to perform security duties. With your trusty E-Wing, prove to the New Republic that you are a worthy pilot.
Okay, so one's basically an Imperial pilot, and the other one is your Republic pilot. That's pretty basic. That's pretty basic. What's next?
While the galactic civil war is far from over, there is still much money to be made from the conflict. Put your reliable freighter and your funds to good use. The Republic needs the support of every citizen.
Start as a trader. Oh, and then there's a few traders. So, Sinar trader, Republic trader.
Battles fought on the front lines can change the course of a war, but so can logistics. Your family business is strongly associated with the CNR Corporation, but you decided to branch away and help Empire with your own vision.
And the starting ship is a Gozanti class armed transport. Cool. Transport. What do we got now here?
You were once a prominent military contractor of Imperial Navy, but after the fall of the Empire, most of your company's assets were confiscated. You could prove to New Republic authorities that your dealings with the Empire were exclusively of commercial interest, which helped you to retain at least freedom and some personal funds and assets.
Ooh, the next one here? It's got my interest.
Long ago, your clan dishonored itself by siding with certain Imperial elements. Being an outcast is not the way. Finding a way to join the forces as a mere mercenary, you focus on bringing back the glory and honor of your clan among Mandalorian society.
Well, I just finished watching The Mandalorian and whatnot. It's kind of a tough one.
Fortune favors the bold in a heated game of sabacc. Congratulations! You are now the proud owner of a brand new Sheathipede-class shuttle and a hefty amount of credits.
Okay. That's a pretty easy start, though.
Serving your time in the Kessel mines, you soon understood that to survive, you need to cooperate. Serving as a good informant to the authorities, you were able to cut your sentence short and even retained some of your confiscated family funds. Due to your actions, however, you made some enemies in the Hutt cartel.
Sounds about right. Sounds like they've met me.
After a long tour of duty within the CSA and taking part in numerous border skirmishes with the Independent Commerce Guild, you were finally able to retire. As with all officers serving the CSA, you had the right to keep your starship. Unfortunately, having spent most of your life serving, you don't have a real home to return to.
Oh. Not depressing. That was okay then.
Your contract with the Anoat Federation ends today. Will you try to stay in their space, or move on in search of new contractors?
I cut that too short. Well,
After some missed contract deadlines, you were forced to sell all of your equipment to pay the debts. Hey, at least you still have your ship.
wow. Okay.
A recently announced volunteer program allowed you to join the Ascendancy, where you were provided minimal funding and a fighter from old Imperial stock. Do your duty and help Imperial Ascendancy to crush those who dare to oppose the new galactic order.
You were the second in command of a mercenary band that served Hutts. Recently, the leader of your band and a whole squad of mercenaries mysteriously disappeared, along with the Hutt that hired you, while you were left to manage the band's finances elsewhere. With the leader gone, what remained of the band is now yours.
Well, how kind.
In the secretive world of Hapes, you yearned for adventure. Spending nights in your family's estate, planning your escape, determined to leave the life of privilege behind. Though still at home, your heart and mind were already soaring through the stars, ready to embrace the thrill of adventure and experience the hard life of the galaxy.
I'll be honest, I think I want a hard start. Yeah, I heard how dirty that sounded. I do that. I don't mean to. I'll try and reword stuff so it doesn't sound that way, and it still comes out that way.
You know that after the Emperor's death, his empire would be shattered. Those numerous admirals and warlords will fight for influence and power, breaking the Empire even more. But you have other plans for the future of the Empire. In the aftermath of the Battle of Endor, you ordered your loyal crew to hide and wait. Now, when the galaxy is in chaos, is the best time to rise and rebuild the First Galactic Empire.
Okay.
You and your wingmates were dispatched on a secret mission by New Republic to uncover a Noat Republic schemes to supply the Imperial Ascendancy with weapons and equipment. After a recent, strangely coordinated ambush of Black Sun pirates, news started to come in stating that you and your group were identified as pirate supporters, and a bounty on your head was published. All members of your group were proclaimed as dangerous pirates, and most factions will most probably shoot you on sight. Knowing the
Holy
nature
shit.
of this secret mission, the only way out is to find a route back to Alliance HQ without dying. Currently, you are being chased by a group of pirate ships.
Oh, these are some interesting starts.
You are one of the failed Camino experiments, a clone with changes to your DNA different from the regular batch, slowing your aging instead, created to test different approaches to the cloning process. While still receiving good training and care in Tipoca City, you always felt like just another
3.5
cog in
mil.
the system, and you wanted more. Luckily, you managed to get off the planet during the raid of the CIS forces on Camino. Going as far as possible to the Outer Rim, you started to work as a mercenary. It was far from easy after the Clone Wars ended. Due to having an appearance similar to
Everyone
other
hates
clones,
you.
were considered to be faithful to the Empire and were not welcomed on many planets. Though, with good combat tactics, knowledge, and education, as well as through good service, you ended up as a high-ranking mercenary captain in the CSA, commanding a specially equipped Venator-class Star Destroyer. The last contract you received was to patrol backwater space after reports of ICG ships sighted in the area.
Okay, what about the Mandalorian one?
Even the most radical Mandalorian leaders consider your clan to be a vile tribe. You are hunted by most factions in the galaxy. Your numbers are dwindling and assets are hard to come by. But this time, luck is on your side. You laid a perfect ambush with a fake distress call and managed to board your prize ship. This is the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, so it's just showcase. I get you. Another showcase. I don't care about the showcase, to be honest. Small battle scenario. Gotcha. Create your own custom start.